I guess for me, emo is kind of a way for us who don't color inside the lines to kind of be able to band together, have a sense of being, sense of purpose, especially seeing how a lot of us tend to be the black sheeps of our family.
Hello everyone. Welcome fellow alternative dimwits. Today's kind of a special day for some of us in the alternative community. And of course there's some others that didn't even know it was a thing. National Emo Day.
Keeping the darkness at bay as we do things our own way. It's fine to not be okay. Through life's prism each day. Life's not the tits. Just remember we're all misfits. An alternative dimwits. Subscribe. Bitch.
Emo. Emotional music for emotional people. E-M-O.
Did you even watch this before putting it up? Brief history of emo. This is gonna be just like ours.
It's slightly different.
December 19th, and we're hoping now that you know, or if you already knew, that you're enjoying your special day.
I was actually kind of surprised that there is a National Emo Day, which I guess is a red mark against my emo-ness. But at the same time, we have a day for everything, so I was surprised but not really surprised. It's a day to, I guess, celebrate who we are and celebrate the fact that we have our identities. We have one day a year that is all emos unite. This is for us kind of thing.
Today, emo comes in many forms. Malt punk, pop mosh, popcore, screamo, and the teenage employees at Hot Topic.
But the word emo is rich with history.
Emo music was born in 1983 in Washington, D.C., the minute after Minor Threat broke up.
Growing up, alternative was always just my thing. It was just naturally. I was always black sheep in the family. I didn't really conform to a lot of, I guess, norms. And there's a rebellious streak that happened with me because growing up under the roof I grew up in, more of the norm or what was expected of me was pushed upon me. It wasn't until I was able to move out then that I could become who I truly am.
Rock music genre characterized by an emphasis on emotional expression. This term has evolved to also describe a subculture defined by its signature straightened, flat hair with long dyed fringes, plus skinny jeans, studded belts, and emo band shirts, in addition to numerous facial piercings.
Emo has gotten a very bad reputation. Not everybody, but a lot of people tend to assume that it means that there are people that self-harm and that they're just these out there, you know, it's a bad society to be part of, bad label to have kind of thing.
There's a disconnect that some could say that some fall in love with the fashion and style, thinking that those of us who are alternative emos, and specifically more so, that have a that look the way like I do, or look the way that others do with long hair, or our scene counterparts, very colorful, poofy, you know, hairs, that it is just all external. Well, there's a lot more to it. It goes deeper than that. It's internal and external.
Me, myself, I've never self-harmed. I do have friends that have, but that's not what it's about. It's more being in touch with your emotions, being able to express those emotions, being able to open yourself up more, like wearing your heart on your sleeve kind of thing. I know that it seemed like back in the 2000s and stuff that it was a phase. That was the thing. That was just like a popularity contest, I guess. But at the same time, that was a good 20 years ago when all of it kind of really began to start and became more popular. But there's plenty of us still out there. I've got a 11-year-old who is well on her way to becoming emo herself.
I mean, you do you. Labels don't necessarily confine you into one thing. But I have ran into some that they seem more infatuated with the style. They just think it looks adorable the way that whether it be goths dress, emos dress, and they fall more in love or obsessed with the fashion of it and the look of it, but not really truly understanding the roots of emo.
The emo subculture entered the mainstream in the mid-2000s, and those who dressed in emo fashion and associated themselves with its music were known as emo kids or emos. The shockwave of this subculture's impact was felt across nearly the entire Western world, but emo popularity heavily waned by the early 2010s, leaving the emo fashion and music trends a distant memory in most former emo kids' minds. Are emos just people who find comfort in expressing their feelings through fashion and music? Or are they really overly sensitive, antisocial loners who hide behind their fringes in order to avoid real-life interactions?
It's just it's another lifestyle. It's a form of life. It goes deep beyond just the way we dress. It's kind of turned into a whole almost overdone adjective thing now, where it's like, oh, that's emo, or oh, that's it wasn't really meant to be like. It kind of grew into that, I've noticed. Yeah, I don't know. I know some of the younger emos might not even remember this, but Hot Topic used to be what I call it classic Hot Topic, for example. It's one of the places where we get some of our styles that fit well with our internal black, deep souls that we have. It used to be really, really cool until it changed and it wasn't the same. I still have my original Hot Topic card. They used to give those out, believe it or not, but they haven't for years now. But I'm holding on to that baby. I've had, I've had comments about like fingerless gloves, for example. I've always supported them, and they kind of went away for a little while in the 2010s stuff, but they're coming back. I've had illustrations of me made, pretty realistic. Dead inside, and then my socks. Dead inside on them. Of course, my Vans. You know, yeah, the warped thing here. And a lot of us grew up. Music was a huge part of it.
So, happy National Emo Day from Emo Bitch.
It was not just a phase. Happy National Emo Day.